Some content was never meant to live in a list. In your Framer CMS, you can now display locations on a real interactive map. And it's easy to do, so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to add a map for your CMS in Framer. Let's go. So we'll build our map in 3 simple steps. First, we'll set our locations in our CMS. Next, we'll add the map to our canvas using the MapFrame plugin. And lastly, we'll style it so it looks like our brand. Okay, so as you can see, I have a Framer project here and we're kind of missing a bit of an interactive map. And essentially the goal of today is to build a map here that shows a bunch of different locations for a bunch of different stores that I have set up. Now, if we go to my CMS very quickly, you'll see the setup that I have. So I actually have a collection here called Fashion Outlets, and basically it lists all my stores around Australia. Now, inside of this CMS collection, we actually have a text field here, which is called address. And these are just normal written addresses. There's nothing super fancy about them, but you can see we've got quite a few. And the goal is to put this on an interactive map. So this is step 1, which is to make sure that we actually have a field in our CMS collection called address and have that address set up here. So now let's actually go back to the canvas and let's begin the process of actually adding our map. All right, so what I'm going to do is press Command K on my keyboard and we're going to open up the MapFrame plugin. Now let's go ahead and actually create a new map here, and it's going to ask us to select a CMS collection. So in this case, we're going to use Fashion Outlets and we'll click on Continue. Now I've got the option here to either select just one field in our CMS or multiple. So for example, if you actually have multiple fields for the entire address, we can actually specify them here. But in this case, we actually only have one field, which is called address. And as you can see, I can select that here and it shows me a bit of a preview of all that content. So that looks like the right type of field. We'll click on Continue. And now essentially what we need to do is just confirm that all of these addresses again look good. And what MapFrame is going to do in the background is actually going to generate coordinates for those actual locations, which is essentially how we display that content on the map. And it's just going to go through and check that all those addresses are correct. And as you can see, it's generated those coordinates for us for each one of those locations. And it all looks like it checks out. So we'll click on Continue. Now we've actually got the option to set a map style. Now there's quite a few options here, so we can kind of pick and choose whichever one we want. In this case, I'm actually going to use this map Libra dark mode, and we'll just go insert components. So we can close out a map frame for just a second. Now it's added 2 things to the canvas here. We've actually got a map marker pop-up, but more importantly, we've got the map itself. So what I'm actually going to do is take this component here, which is very powerful, and we're going to put it inside of my map holder, and we'll set the width and height to be 100%. So it takes up 100% of the frame that it's in. And inside of my map holder here, which is just a frame, I'm just going to turn layout on so everything is centered. Now this won't work, but let's just preview just to show you what the map looks like. So as you can see, we get a nice sort of interactive map. It looks really clean. I can zoom around the entire earth. I can zoom in. It's what you expect. It's a map. Now, if I click into this map component and go down to the right-hand side under the properties panel, this is where we can actually complete the rest of our setup. So everything here is controllable, from the styling to the animations to even that marker pop-up itself. And we're going to set all of this up. Now, the first thing you'll notice is when I actually previewed my site, there was no locations connected on the map. And that's because we still need to give this map context to the collection list that we're using. So to do this, I'm going to go to the Insert menu. I'm going to go down to Collections, and I'm going to drag in my Fashion Outlets collection list. I'm going to put it off the canvas, so not on the actual page itself, just on the gray space here. And now I'm going to go back to my map component, go to Collection, and now I can actually select that collection list. And that's it. So when I actually preview my site now, and let's zoom out and head to Australia, you now see we actually have these clusters and markers that are actually showing those locations that are displayed inside of my CMS, which is pretty cool. Now, obviously there's a few things missing. We're missing some information on those actual listings, but we'll fix that up in just a second. But as you can see, as I kind of zoom out, things cluster, so they kind of become in these bigger sort of groups, and I can zoom around and I can see other locations, and that's pretty powerful already. Now, the other thing to note is when I actually started to preview my site, it actually started in London. Now, this is the default, but we can definitely change this. So if I go into my properties panel in this map component here, go to say map, and then we can set the initial view. Now, like I mentioned before, everything works in coordinates, which is longitude and latitude. So if I want to set the initial view to be a certain place, I just need to figure out what that latitude and longitude is. Now, the quick win to do this is just go to your CMS and select one CMS item. So let's take this first one, which is in Melbourne. And what the MapFrame plugin actually does is generates a new latitude and longitude field for you automatically in your CMS. So you can see we've got -37 for the latitude and longitude is 144. So what I could do is go back to the canvas here, go to my map, and then we can put in that latitude and longitude here. And let's just preview this to see how it looks. And now you can see if I zoom out a little bit, we are starting in Melbourne at that latitude and longitude, but we might actually want to zoom out a little bit more so we can see a little bit more of the initial locations. So we could just set the zoom to be well out. Let's just set it to be, say, 4 or 5, maybe 6 is good. And now you'll notice when I preview, we actually start in the right place. Now, at any time I want to change the map theme or styling, I've got the option to do that as well. So we can actually set it to be, say, a colorful map if we want. I'm not a massive fan of that, so let's go back to dark mode. We can even change things like the animation, so how the animation plays in. There's different types of maps as well, so some where you might actually have like a rotating globe. There's lots of different options here that you can actually explore. So I highly recommend just playing around with some of these settings. But the other thing we actually want to configure is actually this map marker here. So when I actually go to an address and I actually hover on it, we actually get a bit of a preview of that actual CMS listing, which we actually have a component over here that was dragged in automatically from MapFrame. Now, this is just a regular component. There's nothing special about this. So if I double click it and go unlink and replace all, you'll essentially see this is just a component. Now, what we actually need to do is actually set up the variables inside of this component to match the field names of our CMS. So usually inside of a CMS collection, we can select an element on the canvas, and then we have these little pluses here, which lets us connect it to a field in the CMS. We click on that little plus and we go set variable, and then we can actually set the variable of an existing field in our CMS. Well, we're going to do the same sort of concept here, but inside of the component directly. So what we'll do is go into this component. So let's say we've got this image here. Let's actually just remove that variable for a second. And what we'll do is go down to one of those little pluses, and we're going to create a new variable this time. This time we'll call it image, and we want to set the name to be exactly what's inside of our CMS collection. So let's go to our CMS just to double check this. So for the thumbnail, we have storefront image. So if I go back to the canvas here, we can actually change this name to be storefront image. Great. Now, because this is named exactly, MapFrame is smart enough to be able to detect that as well. So what we can do is actually go to our map, and inside of the map component here, we're going to set our marker to be our map marker pop-up 4, which is what's on the canvas here. So what we also need to do here is actually go to elements within the map component and then go down to marker pop-up here. And basically what we can do is actually map fields from that component to my collection. So we've got field map here, and what we're going to do is click on add, and I'm going to add the field, which is going to be storefront image, and we'll make it the same as the variable here, which is going to be called storefront image. So now when I actually preview this and go down to a location and click on it, you can now see it's actually pulling through that specific thumbnail that's inside of my CMS. So we can do the rest for the same here. So let's actually go to our CMS and see what content we want to show. So we might want to show the store name and maybe also the city as well. So to do this, we actually can just double check and make sure that these titles here are also named correctly. So we'll just call this one store name, and we'll call this one city. And let's also update the default location here. And now let's go back to our map, go into elements, mark a pop-up, and then we'll just map those fields here as well. So we've got store name, and then inside of my component, it's called store name. And then we have one more, which is for city. So we'll just make sure those are mapped correctly as well. Now we can also set this as a link. So when actually somebody clicks that pop-up marker, we can link to that certain CMS page. But again, let's actually preview this and let's see what it looks like. So I'll zoom in here, click on a marker, and there you go. The title, the image, and the actual location is being pulled through correctly, which is awesome. And this is just a native Framer component, so I can style things as well. So for example, let's actually set this to be a bit of a darker color, and maybe we take the text here and make it white. Let's change the font as well to something a little bit different, a little bit bolder maybe. And let's just drop the opacity on this description. And let's increase the radius as well. Why not? Okay, so this is looking pretty good so far. We still have a couple of weird things going on, so let's fix them up as well inside of the component. So we'll go down to elements and let's actually remove the hover completely. So I'm just going to disable that. And then we can also change the styling of the marker. So we can add our own custom icon here, or we can change some of the stylings of the existing ones. So maybe we don't want an icon at all, and maybe we just want to say add a label. So we could have a label here, and then if we could set the field inside of our CMS to sync that as well. So I might actually put the store name here. And just like before, we have all the styling controls as expected. So let's preview that and see what it looks like. And there you go. Now we actually get some pretty cool store locations. And as you can see, when we click on it, it's the same thing. Now let's continue updating the styling here. So let's go back down to elements. Let's go to our marker. And let's change the text color to be something different. Let's actually set the text color to be a dark gray, and let's leave the fill as a bit of a white. I think that's okay. Maybe we'll remove that border as well. I don't think it's super useful in this situation. Okay, let's preview that again. Let's zoom into a location, and there you go. That's looking pretty nice. And then when I click on it, we actually get the pop-up, which is sick. Now, the other cool thing we can do is actually enable a tour. So for example, if I go down to animations here, go mark a tour, and we turn this on, basically what we can do is make it so it travels automatically between each location. So let's preview this. You'll notice it will kind of zoom in, and you'll watch it as it kind of travels between each location. Now, if it was a little bit more zoomed in, we might be able to see that happen a little bit faster, and we can change that as well. So for example, we might actually want the zoom to be a little bit more, let's say 20, and let's preview that again. So it's going to zoom all the way in, and as you can see, it's focused down on one location, and then it's moving to the next location. So you could actually create some really interactive sort of experiences using this MapFrame component as well. Now, that's a little too chaotic for me, so what I'm going to do is just disable that, but it's nice to know that you've got that feature built in. Now, the last thing I want to do is actually change these clusters here because the blue isn't really matching with what I want. So what we'll do is go down to elements, we'll go to clusters, and we can change the styling here. So let's set the color to be, say, white, and then the count text to actually be black. And maybe we'll set the border to be black as well, just so it stands out. And now when I preview this, there we go. We have a map that looks exactly like it should on my website. And as I zoom in, I can see all the different locations, which is pulling the content directly from my CMS, meaning that if I make an update or add a new item to my CMS, it's automatically going to be applied to the map. And we also have these custom pop-ups here to show more information about the store, and we can link these as well. So they might open a specific CMS item or a link that's attached to your CMS. And that's how you add maps inside of Framer using the MapFrame plugin. You can find the information down below to get started. But if you enjoyed this video and you want more Framer tutorials just like it, consider subscribing to the channel because we put out new videos here every single week. And if you're interested in mastering Framer, like truly mastering it, feel free to check out my A to Z course where I teach you everything you need to know to become a Framer master and get paid more money by learning Framer. But until next time, I'll catch you later.